We get so much product from animal. And do you know what is this called? Today I will discuss about it. What is animal husbandry? Animal husbandry is the science of looking after and breeding animals, specifically those that are used in agriculture to provide products for research purpose or as domestic pet. The subject covers a wide range of activities including care and grooming, livestock farming, accommodation and hygiene. The study also overlaps with many other disciplines such as agriculture, veterinary science, and genetics. Not all people involved in husbandry will necessarily take part in all the activities or require knowledge of our disciplines. In many parts of the world, people are essentially practicing animal husbandry, though being farmer, rancher, spader, or simply taking care of large group of livestock. Agriculture has been practiced for thousands of years and involves at an early stage the keeping of animal for meat, milk, and clothing. This required humans to gain knowledge of the animal species that could be domesticated in order to ensure maximum productivity. Humans became familiar with their habit, protected them from predators, assisted with birth, and learned how to treat or prevent many ailments. Today, many of the practices involved in animal husbandry come naturally from being brought upon farm where large number of livestock are raised. This is particularly true in primary rural area and in less developed countries. Children are taught early how to take care of the same type of animal their parents raise so they can take over farm and ranches as adults. In more developed countries, there are programs that help young children how to raise and look after animals. With most people no longer raising their own livestock for meat or clothing, this program gives children the opportunity to learn some of the required skill. Next is breeding. As farm animals become domesticated and a human began to keep certain species as pet, breeding technique developed that allowed the creation and maintenance over many generations of desirable characteristics. This might include a docile temperament, high milk yield in cattle, or hunting and tracking skills in dogs. The idea was to identify useful traits and breed suitable animals with one another. Offspring with correct characteristics would then be selected for further breeding. Today, this technique have been improved by knowledge of genetics and augmented by new methods such as artificial insemination and the transfer of embryo to surrogate mother. As of 2013, one of the biggest growth areas may be the genetic engineering of livestock. This allows the creation of animals which improve characteristics through the transfer of genetic material. It can achieve the desired result much more quickly than selective breeding and opens up many new possibilities. It may be possible not only to improve meat and milk yield, but to provide healthier and more nutritious food and even to farm animals that produce useful drugs. Career in animal husbandry. Pursuing a career in the area can mean anything from continuing the family farming business to obtaining academic qualification in specialist topic. Many universities and colleges offer degree course in animal husbandry, in particular aspect of the subject and when related to subject. People who take undergraduate degree in this subject may be less interested in career for livestock and more likely to specialize with graduate degree in veterinary medicine, pharmacy, specialization in animal, or in managing large companies that manufacture products for livestock such as feed. Specialists in animal husbandry may try to address particular problem. For example, method for preventing mastitis in cow or to specific requirement of shelter for pig. As many farms have become more industrialized, calculating optimum accommodation space may be a focus. Some people who raise livestock may also take classes in animal husbandry to learn how to create things or certain things, such as how to dovetail, make use of newest technology to milk cattle, or breed them using artificial insemination technique. Aside from agriculture, one of the largest area in which husbandry is employed in the raising of animal for scientific and medical research. Trials of new drug and testing of chemicals for safety often require the large number are raised and kept in identical condition so that valid comparison can be made between different groups. It is also essential that animals used for testing are healthy. This involves carefully regulating a number of different factors such as temperature, ventilation, lighting, and sanitation, as well as food and water. A detailed knowledge of the needs of specific species is required. Next is animal welfare. The emphasis on greater productivity and reduced cost in agriculture has led to the controversy over some farming method. Some specialists in animal husbandry have looked into a way of reducing the space requirement for accommodation, modification to produce more docile animal and genetic alternation or drug injection to increase yield to introduction of bovine stimulation hormone, that is BSH, to increase milk production in cow is one example. Other experts feel that goals in raising stock should always be focused on human caring for livestock. Many have argued for free range approach and for organic farming methods that do not involve the use of drug or hormone injection. Next is controversial practice. In the quest to produce animals that are ideally suited to their purpose, a number of controversial practices have arisen. These include the dehorning of cattle, the tail of docking, ear cropping, and debarking of the dog, and the decolling of the domestic cat. Those in favor of this technique put forward a number of arguments. For example, dehorning cattle may be performed to prevent the injury to people working with them and for the animal's own safety. Opponents, however, argue that many of these methods are cruel, that they deprive creatures of their natural defense or means of communication, and they are unnecessary as they often done for purely aesthetic reasons. So this is all about the animal husbandry process, the genetic medium, and some of the controversial practice. I hope you have understand. And from my side, the controversial practices which are dehorning and debarking are completely not the aesthetic one. We want animal to gain something, but harming their own needs will be very much a shame for us. That's all for today. Have a great day ahead.